I just feel like I'm a bit sort of like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know. And let's do this sort of like that, you know. So I've just got the handle here. Right, we just fired her up. See what you think. Ready? Okay, so here we go. We got the Triumph America LT, basically the same engine as mine. 865cc, parallel twin, with a 270-degree firing interval. Now, being the LT America, it's got the panniers, sissy bar, and it's had its great big screen on as well. And with all of that, that brings it to 270 kilograms wet weight. 250 is the fully naked one. Now, the only extra on this one, the only difference from standard is the short pipes, so you'll hear that in a minute. And it's all very good. So you've got a 16-inch front wheel, 15-inch rear wheel. It's a 170 rear and a 130 front tyre. It's got stainless steel twin wall pipes, header pipes, so here it shouldn't discolour much. It's discoloured a little bit, but it shouldn't discolour any more than that, not like the Thruxton. Seat height 690mm. Tank is 19.5. You're looking at a range of about 200 miles, which isn't bad. It's got 61 brake horsepower, 72 newton meters of torque, 53 foot-pounds of torque. But just looking at it, it's still got the secondary injection on it. It's an X-ring chain. You've got these nice leather panniers. I've taken the screen off just because I look like a twat. Batteries on the side. The key to start is down here, which is an interesting position. You've got the footboards. Now, something interesting about the footboards I was shown is that these wear bars here, these things, they're replaceable. So dealer actually challenged me to get that down scraping. So that's a plan for today. Anyway, so that's what I'm riding today. All right, we just fired her up. See what you think. Go a different way, shall we? So, first impressions. Well, I'm sitting here quite nicely. My legs are bent more than 90 degrees, even though the footboards are to the front. And the handlebars seem a bit too close to me. I'm sitting bolt upright, and I just feel like I'm a bit sort of like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know. And let's do this sort of like that, you know. So I've just got the handle here. It just feels a bit wrong. It's got the heel and toe change, having floorboards and all that kind of stuff. Let's see now. So it's 50 kilograms more, almost 50 kilograms heavier than my Thruxton, but a different engine style. Same engine. It's basically the same engine as in the Scrambler with a little bit more power. As you can see, we've only got the one unit, which is speed and the odometer, so it's probably got the same stuff as my Thruxton. Trip 1, trip 2, time, and miles gone. So miles gone, 337 miles. So labouring a bit. So yeah, from a performance point of view, the only change they've made is the shorter pipes. And it's 5 speeds, and we're in 5th now, going along at 60. Is it relaxing? I feel like I want to be sitting on the back seat. Just to give myself more room, but it's relaxing enough. It's definitely got that putt-putt sound of a V-twin. It's got the sound, but I think it feels smoother than a V-twin. It's a nice bike. I just feel like my hands are too close to me, as if they're close to the side, like this, you know.
I'd much rather be like there. I suppose you could, yeah, well, you could just undo that and twist it up, I suppose, have it up. But then it'd be closer to your face rather than bent back. I don't know. As I say, these are first impressions. It's a nice bike. I don't mind it. God knows how much fuel I've got left. Do I have a fuel light? Yes, I do on the gauge. You got your oil light here, neutral here, full beam, indicators down there. So it's a bit cruiser-esque, having a few things down here. The main important thing there's the speed, although to me, as I never speed, it isn't an issue. Yes, Your Honour, I am an upstanding citizen, full of integrity, and I never break the law. No, sir. Me? Going over the speed limit with my reputation. Ooh. Because of the secondary air injection, there's some nice overrun popping going on. Whee. Yes, I know that was a bit ginger. Right, here we go, floor it. That was alright. It was alright, it didn't blow me away, but yeah, not too bad. Anyway, I took the screen off because there was no point in having the screen, because someone might ask me, what's it like with the screen, what's it like without the screen? Well, with the screen was up here somewhere, so obviously you wouldn't feel a sodding thing. That screen would be amazing. It also weighs quite a bit, so, and I prefer the naked look anyway, so I was quite happy for him to take off. Very easy, by the way, 2 little clips here and here, you just lift up an inch and pull away, very easy. So I think it's one of those extras you'd go for, which you could just remove, and the little bobbin things that they are attached to aren't too obtrusive, so it wouldn't matter that bracket is still there, still available for when you do want the screen. It's a nice bike, certainly as a starter cruiser. This is pretty cool. I feel cool on it, that's a good start. It's a bit small for me, I've got long legs, and yeah, I prefer to be stretched out. It's not as loud as I expected. I'd probably put some even louder pipes on. I'll do a bit of research and see if British Customs do some loud pipes, because they're the ones that did my Predators, and they're quite something. Oh yes. What a lovely day for it though. Picked a good one today. Oh yes. I just turned you on, as it were, because of that lovely view of St Albans Cathedral. It's very nice, one of the oldest ones. Very pretty. My wife and I have sung in the choir there. We were very honoured to do that. Oh, it does pick up its skirts and go when you want to. Oh, sir. Oh, it does indeed. Now, the Speedmaster, it's very similar to this. The only difference is the front end, apparently. The forks are different, the lights are different. And there's no screen and anything. And the handlebars are different. But everything else, running gear, rear and everything like that, different. Oh, the tyres are different. I think the front's an 18, not a 16 on the Speedmaster. That might give different handling characteristics, I'm sure it would, but they haven't got a Speedmaster for me to try as a demo. And this is the bike I was asked to look at. I must admit, I do enjoy riding all these different types of bikes, because it gives me an awful lot more experience of riding, because I've only been riding 3 years now, I think. So to ride all these different bikes gives me a completely different outlook. Look, that's a zebra crossing, you dicks. That's alright. They were idiots! I suppose the other thing about being on a cruise... Oh, hello. Distraction, crash. So this is St Albans, it's very nice. Yeah, the thing about being on a cruiser is it's a friendly bike. You
feel friendly. The tank's nice, 19.5 litres, that's plenty of fuel, but also the good thing about this is that the rocket really splits your legs wide because of the size of the engine and the tank, whereas this is quite comfy. You can barely see that. I suppose that's a problem with these lights on a hot sunny day, and you're probably only going to ride this sort of bike on a nice day anyway, so...
I'd expected more farting and banging considering it's still got the secondary air injection on it. Trying to get some fuel in there by flooring it and stuff. Oh well. Well, that's better. Comes alive. The thing I've noticed with this heel and toe setup, can you see that? Probably not. When it comes to changing up using your heel, I tend to stamp, which I shouldn't do because it's just a gear change selector. And it'll probably break it at some point. It's just a click. I just go, yeah. It's just when you're doing it with your toes on just an ordinary peg setup, you can be a lot more, have a bit more finesse, be more gentle. So far I like this engine, but there's no surprise there because it is mine. It is more rumbly-ma-tumbly. Vibes-wise, there aren't any, which is odd. Because you'd have thought with a 270 timing interval, the sound of it sounds like it's a V-twin, but there's no lumpiness in the actual engine, of course, being a parallel twin. Yeah, no vibes yet. I'm going to try and get on a bit of motorway to give it a bit more of a cruiser test. Doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't roar like my Thruxton, but then you could do all sorts of things to it to make it roar like my Thruxton, but it would have that nice pop sound that that Arrow had on the Scrambler. Well, the back brake on its own isn't very good. Front brake's very good though. Quite a bit of dive, but that's to be expected. There we go, in top gear, cruising at 80. I could have probably done with that screen for doing this, but actually there's a fair amount of buffet on my legs actually, but I suppose that's to be expected. Yes, if I was going to be doing this for a long time, because I'm sitting up, it would hurt my lower back without the screen. That's alright. I'd rather have higher bars because my upper arms are vertical against the wind, and whereas if they were like this, like that, I wouldn't have so much drag on my arms. But as a baseline cruiser from the Triumph range, very nice. 7,600 pounds, I believe, new. Which is about the same as my Thruxton. It's very comfy on the bumps. I'm definitely feeling them, but it's smoothed out, so it's sort of a bit like a sofa bed. Still doing a steady sort of 78, and it's all very pleasant. No vibes, no vibes. So that'll please a few of you, considering it sounds like it should be vibey. It isn't. Ready? Gosh. Nice country lane. I'm very wary of all the grit and gravel in the middle. I don't want to lose the front wheel. Really feel it on your legs. I don't know why, it's just, maybe it's because of this seating position, but when I'm going these sorts of speeds, I feel the wind on my legs, which is weird. I suppose normally I'm used to it really hitting my body, but... Well, officer, the BMW X5 in front of me was going up, got a lick as well. Actually, it could be the X3. I think those lights are X3. Yes, it's the X3. Now I'm close enough to see it. 3s and 5s all look the same. Who cares? Lobbeth thy holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5, 3, sir. 3, 3. Who cares? 3s and 5s. Whatever. This bike's grown on me, but there's quite a few other Triumphs I prefer. This seated position, I prefer having more torque. It takes a bit of time to wind up. Yeah, it suffers from the added weight, I think, with this engine. If you wanted to get into the cruiser market, this is definitely better than the... I can't say that. I was going to say this is better than the Harley-Davidson Sportster, but I can't say that. I don't know. I haven't ridden it. Because I don't fit on it. Actually, I can say it, because this is better than the Harley-Davidson 883 Iron or Sportster, because I actually fit on it. So, yeah. But performance-wise, I don't know. I can't comment. But the fact I can ride this does help. There's the kickstand. The kickstand's a lot easier to find than on the Thruxton. Oof. So there you go. What do you think? Lovely. Well, there we go. And then a bit of a... That's warm. Very nice. Well done. Bye. Tiny Bally Ho.